Hello, everyone. This is very impromptu and very weird and awkward. But I'm on my break. I'm in my car, and I couldn't figure out any other way to have the camera shut up so you guys could hear me and see me properly. So this video is pretty much just the first impressions. I'm on my break, so I'm also gonna be eating. This is primarily going to be my first impressions for Dragon Quest VIII on the 3DS, which this is my first Dragon Quest game, and from what I've been hearing, it's the Dragon Quest game to play. If I play no other Dragon Quest game, this is the game. It's one of those. That was just by chance, also just because I thought the characters were more appealing, design-wise. That's the reason why I picked it up. Most people have told me the two things I've heard about Dragon Quest the most is Akira Toriyama did character designs, and the game is long as shit. That's about it. I haven't really heard too much else about Dragon Quest, and obvious the fact that it's a very long-running RPG series, because it's not like Akira Toriyama's been doing it since Jump, I don't believe, but he's been doing it pretty early on. And Dragon Quest has a bad reputation getting represented properly in the US because of how much dialogue you have to translate and put out in English, which is a bitch for a game that's over 100 hours long, and that's just like the main story. That's not even side quests included and shit. I think right now I'm about 20, I want to say 25 hours, around 25 hours into it. I already have my main 4 party members. I've already met Mori and Red, which I heard 3DS wise are exclusively playable, even though they exist in the game story already. So I'm kind of I'm breaking this down on some basic, not really criteria, but just points that I want to cover. First thing first, when they call it a quest, it's a quest. You're in like a big ass world from Jump. Now the game is pretty nice about giving you a teleport option pretty early on, although it's weird because it's an RPG that follows some sense of realism. For example, you have 2 teleport options. You have evacuate. What was the short? I'm assuming it's evac, which I'm assuming is short for evacuate, and then zoom. Zoom is your teleportation, whereas evacuate is just like your escape ropes in Pokemon. Before one, I'm probably gonna be making Pokemon references, so yeah. I love if you use the zoom feature that in a cave or in any building, you can't zoom. You'll just hit the damn ceiling, and the game would be like you hit your head on the ceiling, because zoom flies you upward, whereas evacuate teleports you. That's such a weird concept, but whatever. You get both abilities pretty early on anyway, so it's never like a real major issue to begin with. It's also weird because it's a game that also doesn't tell you about elemental weaknesses. Like, the characters have them, but not your characters, but the enemies have. I'm assuming they have some, because some weaknesses, some moves are actually tailor-made to elements, but it don't work in the way that like it would tell you it's super effective or something. Give you some hint that, oh, you're doing a lot of damage with this move, do it again. Which creates somewhat of confusion because of it. But I still think it's really fucking. I kind of like it's old school challenge. I mean, remember, this game originally came out on the PlayStation 2, so this game isn't the newest fucking thing on the block. It's still pretty fun. I don't have any real major complaints with the battle system, all things considered. Just that it doesn't tell you a lot, and part of that I kind of enjoy, because a lot of games are handhold the shit out of you nowadays for the casual audience. Side note, I really like Yangus. Yangus is probably my favorite character of the 4 main characters so far. It's cool. The story's been fine so far. I haven't really had any issues. I think my only issue with the story is what my issues is in a lot of games that have like multiple characters, which is that, you know, some of the party members don't get they do this thing where if the character is specific to the cutscene, like if he's important, he'll show up next to your main hero in cutscenes, but if they're not, they're still included in the party. Like, they'll still say you guys or they, but they don't show up in like the cutscene, which is kind of disappointing because I've like Jessica I got, and Jessica, even though has been in the party for a while, she only shows up in certain cutscenes. So like the introduction to Angelo, she's in those cutscenes, and she's in some major cutscenes, but we haven't really got as much of a dynamic with the group as much as I wanted, and that's just a personal nitpick. I wouldn't call this game easy because it's not really noob friendly, but it is an easy game. Like, if you know basic RPG shit, you're not gonna struggle hard in this game. I do like the psych up system, which essentially allows you to do your own critical hits, and you can choose when to get it off or not. And the fact that every character can use multiple different types of weapons, shit's cool as fuck. You can use alchemy, and you don't have to actually learn recipes. I mean, you can learn recipes, but you can also just experiment and make shit. Like, I like all that. That's cool to me. There's a lot of things I like about the game. I think my biggest complaint will probably be with the game is when I'm finished with it, is whether or not I think it's as long as everyone says it is. I think at 25 hours, I'm only like a third through the game. Like, I just got my ship. Oh, cool thing. They give you different ways of traveling. So you can either run everywhere, run/walk. You can use you get a boat, and you can use the spells that you get pretty early on in the game. On the 3DS, it's kind of a pain because the fucking analog stick for the 3DS is not the best, but, you know, what are you going to do? And I'm probably going to go Google the music because I know a lot of people were telling me the music is better on the PS2 version because they use the orchestral soundtrack and they're not using it on the 3DS version. I think it's a really fun game. Like, I can see the enjoyment people have with it so far. I don't really have any negative things to say about the game other than I kind of wish. Part of me wishes they would explain the enemy weaknesses, because some of them you're just guessing, and sometimes the shit just doesn't make sense. It's like you hit a tree with a fire attack, and you feel like, is the fire attack to even do more damage? Although I give this game props for having the attack button still be relevant, because not only do you have spells, I also like the spell system where like certain spells, I like experimenting with all these spells because I haven't really gotten into an RPG a lot lately that has all these different types of spells and they all have different effects. I do find it funny that Jessica's some of her like special techniques are based around sex appeal. Although other than her like cleavage filled outfit, there's nothing really sex appeal screaming about Jessica. But other than that, I'm really enjoying the game. I don't really have any problems with it. But if anybody has any tips and tricks or things I need to look out for, as some of you guys are probably stronger Dragon Quest fans, please let me know in the comments. Oh, no. I'm going to say that probably wasn't sexy, ladies. Unfortunately, I'm not in the position to give a fuck. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. This has been the Insane Game Freak. Life's a game, let it win, and I'll get you guys later because I want to finish eating. And I know not everybody likes listening to people eating, unless, you know, ASMR and then the chewing. You know, some people, you know what, fuck, it's not important. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.